this, it will literally kill you. Here we go. Namaste and welcome everyone. This is day number 185 of 365, A Life of Bliss 365. One quote every day from the book A Life of Bliss, the Living Transmission. Channeled through this one from our dear non-physical friends and teachers AnandA, here to assist us humanity in remembering who we are and why we are here. And today it is life and death. Looking at this could kill you. So it's a very short quote today. I think we may be right at the end of chapter 16. But before we get into that, I'd like to welcome you to this love stream live. If you're watching live, put in the comments where you're joining from. We're on every day, 3:33 UK time, multi-streaming all over the place. And yeah, put in the comments. If you are in replay, put in the comments, I am a time traveler. And we shall get into the quote for day 185. And see why this is life and death. And see why looking at this could kill you. Always focus on that which lives. Focus and shift your perception to that which is true, that which is changeless, that which is unnameable, yet holds all names. So very short quote today, and short and simple, and that is really good because simplicity is where it's at. Complexity is for the mind, complexity is for the spiritual ego, simplicity is spirit, is simplicity itself. If you can't explain it or get it explained to you by a child, it's not worth knowing. So this is life and death. I wonder, can we bring up the picture? So the picture of bringing the shoot coming through. So the new life birthing through. We're recording this live in springtime in March, just after the equinox, and see the new life springing through. And it's life in death, because when that new plant comes through the soil is a combination of everything that has died before. The soil is all of the leaves, all of the insects, all of the animals, all of the beings, all of the things that have gone through this cycle and played their role, and it's come in and it's died, and it's made this rich, fertile soil. And life is in death. Life comes through death. The death of these temporary forms. Life comes through death. So soil, the deep soil, is the death of all the plants and animals and people that have made this rich, fertile soil that allows new life to birth. So life and death. And we were having a little fun. So watching this can literally kill you. So if we're always watching death, if we're always watching what is dead, what is inert, if we're always focusing on that which is gone before, every moment, that moment's dead, that moment's dead, that moment's dead, that moment's dead. Life is an ever unfolding, ever expressing, momentary beingness that appears always now. Life appearing in death, the plant coming through the soil. And so they remind us to always focus on that which lives. And that's what it means, like being present, being here, being clear, is present on what lives, not what has died. It doesn't mean we don't appreciate the soil, and we the soil and the gift of the earth, that everything that has died, and all the ancestors that have died, that have given you life that you'll never meet. We appreciate them, but we don't focus on the death. We don't focus on what has gone. We don't focus on what has brought us. It's continuously focusing on life, and life is this. It's this continuous being. But we kill life by focusing on a past, focusing on a story. And when we mean past, we mean literally the last second, it's gone. Life is this. Always unfolding, always being, always here, ever life. Anything other than the continuous unfoldment is a death. And when we focus on it, we're killing life. We're killing our experience of life. Life can't be hurt or harmed, but we kill our experience of life. Instead of being the life in the death, like the plant coming through the soil of all the things and spurting into life, that plant is coming through the soil, doesn't look back. It reaches for the light, it reaches for the sun. When the tree's going up, it's reaching for the sun, it's reaching for the light. It's not looking back. In the winter time, the tree might drop its leaves, but that's the part it's letting it go. It's letting it go, and those leaves go into the soil, and that dies, and that becomes rich, fertile soil for what is growing, for what is becoming. And so when we focus on life, we're present, we're clear with what is here. And so we shift our perception to that which is true, that which is changeless, that which is unnameable, yet holds all names. So they're inviting us to always come back to what is true. So our story is not true. Our history is not true. What has happened is not true. It's relatively true to that version of you, but this version is the life that is appearing now. The life that is. The life we are. The life that is love. The life of who we are and what we are. Life is love. And when we focus on life, and we focus on the truth, and we focus on becoming life, instead of focusing on the death that gave birth to life in the relative sense, we become more and more in a deadened state while life is just going on all around us. How many of you felt that? Put in the comments. Have you ever felt like dead while life just moves on around you? I know this one has many times. And that is because we're focusing on a past story. We're focusing on history. We're focusing on what's gone. We're focusing on something that has passed. And again, we honor the ancestors, but we don't focus on the story. We don't continuously play out these patterns and poor me and victim and all of these things and what they went through and what happened, and that's why I am the way I am. No, I am that new shoot birthing through in this equinox as life, reaching for the light of the sun until that spark goes out, and then this body will drop and it'll go into the soil, and that'll give routine more life and more life and more life. So if we're focusing on the death, we're focusing on the past, we're focusing on what has gone, we're focusing on the story, we're focusing on the pattern, we're killing life. So it's literally killing our experience of life. When we focus on life as life, we become life. Life is just an ever unfolding, and it's always becoming, it's always here, it's instantaneous. Nothing is carried forth from. So it's funny, it was one of this one's videos, I heard something that was like, when you wake up this morning, you don't have to pick up what you put down yesterday. I heard it, one of these videos popped up yesterday, and I heard that, and I liked it. So, whenever you wake up this morning, you don't have to pick up what you put down last night. Everything is new, everything is fresh, if you choose it to be so. And we can unconsciously pick it up and just let life happen in this death way, and just carry on the stories, carry on the traumas, carry on the patterns, carry on the habits, carry on the way of being that just repeats Groundhog Day, repeats the story, repeats the death of life. It's like killing life. But again, the plant doesn't look back. The tree doesn't look back. They reach for their source. They reach for the source of light, the source of sustenance. And of course, they are sourced from within, and they're sourced from below. But we're just using this analogy so to see that if they were focusing on the ground, what would happen? They would turn back into the soil and never reach, and never be able to grow fruits. They'd never become who they are. They're all plants and trees, and they focus upwards. They focus to the light. They focus to the truth. This is not about good and evil. Light is better than darkness. No, the soil and that everything that has died gives the circumstances through which that can birth new life. But if that which is birthing is focusing on looking towards what has died, what has gone, what has passed, it will never reach its fulfillment. It will never bear fruit. It will never become what's encoded within its seed. And when the seed goes into the ground, the seed has to cease to become a seed, and it has to die to its nature. And the seed that has a tree or fruit or whatever is within it, it has to die and has to let go. It has to let go. The caterpillar has to let go and die as the caterpillar for the butterfly to appear. And if the butterfly looked at the caterpillar, what would happen? It would stay where it is. It would stay on the ground. It would never fly. So if we focus on life as life, because life is our nature, we have gratitude from where we've come from, but we don't focus there. We don't kill life by looking towards death. We don't kill life by repeating stories, by repeating patterns. We don't pick up what we put down yesterday unless we want to. And again, it happens unconsciously. It happens so quickly that it looks like we're not choosing it. All the stories, all the dramas, all of the things that went through this lifetime and every other lifetime, we wake up today and it just seems to be, oh, that's there, that's my history. But it's not true. Our history has changed every second by our conscious focus. And the history that you have now is not the history that you have at the start of this video. It just seems that way because your consciousness has the ability. Because you could have heard something, seen something that changes your whole history, but you don't know that because the history that was your history 5 seconds ago is not your now history because you've now shifted to a new history, but you don't experience that. And then you get people that agree with your history. So we're killing life by agreeing on history. So someone agrees with your story and agrees with whatever it is that you're focusing on, and then so we perpetuate the death of life. We perpetuate killing life. So like the trees, like the plants, we have our deep roots in everything that has died, and it has built a solid foundation for us to grow, but we are to focus on life. Let's hear the quote again. It's very short. Always focus on that which lives. Focus and shift your perception to that which is true, that which is changeless, that which is unnameable, yet holds all names. So this is the contemplation for day number 185. And as always now, we're invited to drop into a short sacred silence where we allow what is to be what is as what is. So thank you as always for joining this daily journey. 185 days end of a year-long journey, one quote every day from the book A Life of Bliss, the living transmission, and we will continue this journey each and every day with you. Thank you for joining these contemplations. Please put in the comments anything that this has arose for you. A very funny thought came to me as I was supposed to be in sacred silence and letting everything go. I'll maybe share it another time. We are continuing this journey every day. All the quotes coming from the book, A Life of Bliss, Living Transmission, and we're multi-streaming and all over the place. If you are in getting value from these transmissions and you are enjoying them, please just take a moment to hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share with those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. And until next time, from my heart to yours, the divine in me sees, loves, and honors the divine in you. Namaste. We are